double the Gnoll's power here. It was unblocked. Oh, ay caramba. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today, we'll be playing with Bards Class version 2. This is a NAYA green, white, and red mid-range deck that utilizes the new class enchantment, Bards Class. We can reduce the cost of our legendary creatures, we can add additional counters to them, and of course, we can utilize the playing of a legendary creature to draw cards into exile to play this turn, right? Stringing these creatures into play, going really, really wide. We've got the gods in the deck as well, which is really cool. So a very powerful deck within the Mythic ranking. We're climbing into the top 1400 today from the percentages, which is really nice. In the video, we're going to talk about the deck list, discuss the strategies, synergies, showcase all of that in our gameplay footage, and of course wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review. A quick reminder, we're almost at 35,000 subs. Do not miss out on the D&D Rare Playset giveaway. Jump into the Discord via the Linktree link if you're looking for more information. With this all out of the way, thank you guys, really appreciate it. Let's get into the deck. All right, so just adjusting my camera a little bit here. And Bards Class Volume 2 or Version 2, 60 card, standard 2022, 2.7 average mana value with 8 non-creatures and 28 creatures. We have 24 land, right? So the consistency is there. We're ramping through things like Jaspera Sentinel, Magda, Brazen, Outlaw, Esika, God of the Tree, and it just does not stop, right? Because we have also the Ringheart Crest as well. So, plenty of land in the deck, plenty of ramp in the deck, and of course we're reducing the cost of our creatures as well, like I mentioned, through Bard Class. So this is a great place to start. An enchantment class for 2 legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. We can level it up to 2/4/2, and then legendary spells we cast cost 1 red, 1 green, gruel mana, less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay, right? That's really important. Level 3 for 5, whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library, you may play them this turn. And that's so important, very, very powerful. It will allow us to just string creatures and creatures and creatures and creatures, filling the field, hopefully every turn, right? So with this being said, my favorite playline within the deck, because there's a lot going on here, right, is a Jaspera Sentinel, turn 1, into Magda, Brazen, Outlaw, turn 2. This will allow us to tap the Sentinel to make a mana, also tapping the Outlaw to make a treasure, right? You guys know that that's very, very good ramp within Gruul. You should be using that in all of those base decks. This is going to allow us to, play the Bards Class, activate level 2, and then hopefully play something like a Fang Gnoll, right? Very, very good. Or at this point, a reduced cost of Esika, God of the Tree, or why not both, because this is going to be in for 0. Potentially you can also play the Beloved Ranger for 2 creatures, because it will make Boo when it enters play. It's a 3/3, and when it enters it will create the 1 haste trample Boo. And of course you can pay X until the end of turn. Target creature we control base power and toughness becomes XX until the end of turn, and is also a giant in addition to its other types, activating it only as a sorcery speed, which is fine, right? And then of course eventually we're going to be getting our Inferno of the Starmans out. The mana is reduced by 1 through the Bards Class, which is really great. We have the treasures helping out, as well as the Sentinel. And then also the God of the Tree will make all of our legendary creatures also act as mana, right? So the Ranger is making 2 creatures and 2 mana if we have God of the Tree out. This is a 1/4 with Vigilance. We can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Other legendary creatures we control have Vigilance and that same ability to tap for mana, which is really cool. We're not really playing the bridge in this deck, so don't worry about it. There are times where you can get it out, and if you already have the God of the Tree in place, sure, but don't focus on it. It's really not that helpful, but any added value is welcome once you have the Vigilance creature out. What's really great here, you guys, is you can attack with everybody, right? And then because you have Vigilance and you can tap for mana, then you can dump all of your creatures into mana for the Star Mouse, right? Because we can pay 1 mana to give it +1/+0 until the end of turn. If its power reaches 20, we deal 20 damage to any target, which is pretty cool. So, you know, we can double our treasures through Goldspan Dragon if we want for 4 flying haste. When it attacks or is target, make a treasure. You know, it's just there for good value because we can't justify 4 copies of the mounts. Yeah, nothing really new there. The Dragon's Fire is great. 3 damage unless we reveal an Goldspan for 4 or a mounts for 6 damage. Really, really good removal. Of course, if we have 3 legendaries, Kolvori becomes a 6/6, which is pretty cool. +4/+2 and Vigilance. We can also pay 2 to look at the top 6 cards of our library, revealing a legendary creature card from among them, putting it into our hand, the rest on the bottom in any order. So, you know, that is a very good synergy with this deck because we're looking for the legendary. So if we have Kolvori in play, if we have Bards Class in play leveled up, we top deck a land, oh no, play the land, grab the legendary, and then you're off to the races, right? Really cool stuff there. With that being said, you know, Birgi's in deck as well. 3/3 whenever you cast, add 1 red mana to try to string you along, right? So be playing those creatures off the top with Bards Class, and then you'll be generating mana as well through Birgi, which is really, really nice. Of course, you have the Horn here as well. Discard a card, exile the top 2. You may play those cards this turn. It's great with the Bards Class leveled up as well if you top deck the land, similar to Kolvori, right? So there's a lot of consistency tuning done within this deck. I did try to build, you know, the heavier white build, you know, using Sigrid, using Redain, but it just wasn't acting the way it should. And this really just adds layer upon layer upon layer of support, which is really nice. And I think you guys are going to have a good luck with it. We have some Lair of the Hydra here as our MDFC or creature land, as well as the pathways for consistency. You know, the deck slaps. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Of course, you know, it is subject to your matchups, but if you can get going, you know, this is an absolute banger. So enjoy, you guys, and of course we'll be back to wrap up after our gameplay footage with my final thoughts, deck review, general shenanigans like this. So if you want to support the channel, more content just like this, make sure to like the video. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy and free, right? Really cool stuff of you to do. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you spending your time here with me today. Have a magical viewing experience, and we'll see you soon to wrap up. Our opponent's playing first. Hand's not crazy good, but it's not crazy bad, so we're going to keep it. Just turn 2 this Bard Class. Hopefully we top deck a Sentinel. That would be sick. In which case we would go Outlaw first. Negative. Hashtag so sad. Double negative. This could just be straight up counter spell. I do not doubt that. It gets through without interruption. So 3rd land in play. Divide by 0 back to our hand. They learn. Not the worst. Land out. Ring out. Select Elf for the Sentinel, and then Magda out. I played 2 things this turn, right? It's harder for them to bounce and get all that value back if we play 2. Now they're forced to play 2. You know, it's not our ideal 2, but I do want to try to jump ahead a little bit if we can. Cultivator's great. We need a dragon in hand to kill it. What do you think, Maya? It's a good card, isn't it? I'm gonna cultivate some laps on this wheel, bro. So. Birgi. No, that won't work. I think we're just gonna hang out here and hopefully they don't hit their beloved Cyclone Summoner. Right, Maya? We don't want any Cyclone Summoners. Another Cultivator. Heck, we don't even want, you know, Oran's Epiphany. Get out of here, right? Quit hanging around. They're gonna pull another land with their Dryad, I assume, at some point. No blocks here. You're gonna take 3 damage. More land. Great. Bards Class out. We grab a source of mana, right? That pushes us to 4. Push this up. Auto pay, tap the Outlaw. That makes a treasure. That reduces the cost of our goodies. And now we're like, okay. 3 coming at you. That grabs us a mana as well. Also instilling us with vigilance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go right for it. So we're not attacking with Birgi. We have our crest, we have our horn, we have vigilance, we have mana production, treasure production. Like, everything's here. We just need for them to whiff. We need a couple more turns just to, like, super pop off. Maybe even just one. Hey, Maya? Maybe just one. They're gonna grab a land. You know, that takes them to 8. We just pray there's no Cyclone Summoner. Pray to the gods, mortal. They do have the draw if they don't already have it. Oh, this is going to be so painful. Oh, not the worst. Bouncing Esika back to our hand, that allows them to hit for 8. They don't have enough mana for their 7/7, so they take the draw 3 instead, which is good. Or draw 2, sorry. Did they leave defenders down? Ooh, that could be a mistake. Unless they have something in their hand to interrupt us. Ranger out. Esika out. And we get a nice attack. Or we push into Minsc. Right, that's 5. Whoops. I can't count. Missing out on 1 damage. Hey, who cares? It's fine. Don't mind me. This makes us feel okay. I mean, that's just straight up block. I mean, it survives. Boo can get buffed up the most. I think Birgi blocks. And then we take 5. And that should give us lethal, I'm pretty sure. Unless they have something crazy in hand. Good game. We're getting it there, Maya. That's almost 420. Like, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? Oh, good job, Maya. I like the teamwork there. Couldn't have done it without you. Really appreciate that. Good girl. Our opponent's going first. Which Maya deems unacceptable. I mean, we have a Magda, which is nice. There's no Ranger, which kind of sucks. And there's no green source, which kind of sucks too. Oh, we're gonna Mully. Okay. Red, green, Bards Class, Magda. We can get a white source. This looks cool. Keep 6. Toss Inferno Star. We'll pull another. Right? Right? Goodbye, Maya. We'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. A lot of people appreciate that time Maya spends with us, I guess, which is cool. I mean, I know I definitely do. Cats are dope. Hit for 1. That land untapped, saving us a little bit of grief, I think. Rangers class out. We have Magda out. If we pull a white source of land, we can go with our beloved Ranger. We also potentially have removal. Gassed? Sure, because we're not going to be able to take care of this muck forever. The Outlaw can make the treasure for the Ranger. We can Bards Class, power it up, attack with Magda, play the Ranger. Both it and Boo will come out with 2+1/+1 counters on them. They pay life. Is there something terrible here? An eye twitch? It's not great, but whatever. They dispute the Twitch, treasure, draw 2, monk goes up to 2. They could potentially cast 1 more. Thankfully, the Outlaw has 2 toughness, so it's dodging the gas. Well, they could have attacked with the Ghast, but I need that mana. And they're going to kill Magda when it attacks here. Power up. I still think it's worth the trade. Right? We'll get rid of the Ghast. One to the Outlaw. Right? Boo hits play. It's a 5/5. It makes it 3/3. Unfortunately, the haste from Boo doesn't get utilized, but we got some fatties in the field now. This is going to go to a 3/3, and then hopefully we can just roast it. Getting it right on point before it goes to a 4. Well, they do have 2 mana up, though. Let's try and fry it. They could Deadly Dispute it, I'm thinking, for the draw treasure. Very groovy, and then we're going to give all of our creatures Vigilance. That's a lot of fun. That's what we were missing in that other match. And we also have Trample, and the Gnoll pushes us all up. And then we can, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4. Double the Gnoll's power here. It was unblocked. Oh, I caramba. Really nice hit. And that's the power of Vigilance and mana creatures, right? You can attack and then spend the mana to tap. And I think that extra, like, 5 or 6 damage was worth it. Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe not. So I guess we need a land. We need to push up Bards Class. And then we need legendary creatures. Yeah, they know I've got an empty hand. And if they can deal with this Bard class... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, they do! We're getting beat up today, you guys. We're definitely getting beat up here. They took the wrong one. Whoops. I know, bro. I'm sorry. Can we get a dragon with haste, please? Pretty please? We get Kaya. Little bit of a recovery there. I still think we're in terrible shape. I still think this is very bad. But, hey, maybe we'll make it through. The flowers is good. I mean, it's not another blood on the snow, which is excellent. And, ooh, boy, it all comes down to this top deck. And we get a star mount. Or anything. And it's just something legendary, please. Pretty please. Don't do me dirty. They're gonna play another monk. With the treasure, just go wide. Or keep it in hand, double cast next turn. So, we go all in. They need to block everything. Yeah, they definitely need to block the Gnoll. So we're gonna add 1 mana of any color. It's gonna be a red source. That makes the treasure. And then we can attack. Clear the field. They get the learns, which is really good for them. You know, mascot exhibition and the likes. And this is in our hand. Correct? Not in exile from something else. So we should sit on this until next turn because we already have one in play. Or do we just try to go super wide? Makes me feel silly for not spending any of our mana this turn. That would have been better a little bit ago. Right, I mean, just putting some more meat in play. We might be okay here. A monk is okay. I mean, a monk represents the fact that maybe they don't have blood on the snow. Like they already did once. Because that could get us. We need to exile the dragon or something. That's okay. We get the treasure, which is nice. Oh, but we have 3 attackers. So the master will need to deal some form of damage here. They're going to exile the Bard class. We get a 3/2. But then we have the Lair of the Hydra. We're just going around them. Right? We only have one defender right now. They could play another monk, or they could shut down an attacker. In which case, we have 3 attackers still.
Consider the evil within yourself.
Vigilance here is good. Everybody gets pushed up. And we can double the Bards thing. So I think that's just game. Unless there's something in their hand for 1 mana. Let's double down. Auto pay. Nice! Admittedly, we are really lucky there because they took the wrong Bards class, but that's our first win of the day with the deck, so I'm going to run away with it. Going first, I found some of our required cards that we couldn't get our hands on last match. Let's see if we can make it work. Certainly hope so. We have green source, red source, white source, Bards Class, Fang Gnoll for free. Usher is great. Falling behind here, of course. Less than ideal, but we can make up for it if all goes well. No Skyclave apparitions. We're going to be right as rain. Maybe we top deck a Minsc. Let's see though. Worried most of Illuminarch. Spirit is good. Not as threatening. Ooh, that is nice too. So let's dump in. Play for free. Right, that's pretty cool. And this can be a white source. Magda can get played for 1 colorless. Regaining that value, right? But again, you know, 1 Skyclave apparition takes that Bard class away. And it makes me so sad. Well, Monk into a Luminarch Aspirant is pretty good too. Let's be honest here. Dragon's Fire? Where are you? We definitely need to get down and dirty quickly, right? We need God of the Tree, so this should probably... I guess it doesn't matter because as long as we have Bard class in, the mana's fixed, but we can't rely on that because they have removal. So it's hard, like double red for dragon or double green for tree, which then fixes the mana of everything else. I should just kill that. You know what I mean? Shouldn't matter. What kind of block do you think there is here? Do you think they sack the monk to it? I mean, because if we could push up Bard class this turn for 5, and then drop the dragon on top, I think that would be fine. And we're clearing their damage, which is really, really good for us. I think we should dump in. Or else we'll never get ahead. We only have 1 creature. Oh, this is risky biscuits. Now here's where the Skyclave apparition that I've been foreshadowing absolutely sends us home. Right, get out of here, kid. About to end my whole career. No, only 2 mana they played a land. We're gonna get hit hard. Unpleasant. But there's a chance. Not a very good one, but we do have a bit of one. 18 life still is going to be helpful to this whole equation, but, you know, we're taking 6-7 damage here. Ouch. That's also very bad. A green source out. You know, we're not going to be able to play any of these, which is actually kind of bad. Unless one of them's free. We need the vigilance. We need this not to go into the grave. So that actually kind of hurts us. Right? That actually kind of hurts us. And now watch us top deck a land. Oh! Right? That would hurt. What you got, Willis? I mean, we're down to 11. We can easily block that 4-4. We're still hit for 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they've got lethal. That is 100% lethal. Stack it on the 4-4. Put one on the 4-4. No! Alright, guys, we're getting beat up pretty hard. We need to redeem ourselves. I have faith, but we're going to need to really pop off to get the most out of it. Alright. We've loaded in. Bard Class. In-house. Little pinch of NAYA. Not much. I think it's just Minsc. Tried to overhaul the deck. You know, I was including Redain, Sigrid, and I couldn't get it to connect, so we went back to basics, and now it's feeling a lot more consistent. Obviously, this isn't a very good hand, but we've got some removal. You know, there's a ramp or creature if we get there. It's going to be a little slow, though. This is a green source for sure. Birgi's on deck as well. Could be worse. There's an all-around Epiphany. Green source out. We don't have a second green source, so this is going to act as it now. It literally doesn't matter what we pick. I'm picking Gnoll, baby. Heck yeah. All of our creatures are legendary. I guess we could have picked Sentinel. We should have picked Rogue. Doesn't matter. Birgi's nice. The dual target's pretty good, though, too. Let's see if she survives. You can do it, girl. Our opponent is playing Temur, Magma Opus, All Runs Epiphany. You know, there's a lot of fun here to be had, I'm sure. Even Prismari Command can destroy this artifact. So hopefully not. We'll see, though, right? We're up for anything here. 5 available mana. Targeting Birgi. Thinking about it. Did they do it? Did they hold off? Not really a threat, but it could lead to something crazy. And there is a learn. Divide by 0. Bounce to our hand. And they pull a containment breach. Or containment? What is this? We gotta see here. I should know that. Yeah, containment breach. Second red source out. We technically have 5 available mana. Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, we're gonna lose that anyways, so I think it's a good time just to fold out. Unfortunately, this match, we don't have a Bard class. You can't always have it, unfortunately. It would be nice, but we'll make do with what we have, and that's why we did also kind of trim it back a little. Ooh. Good wipe. Good wipe. Taking the token out, taking the Fang Gnoll out. Don't they know how much I love Gnolls? And then they also back our dude there. We don't need that second white source. Let's just attack. I mean, I'd rather save Dragonfire for something more important. Birgi's out. We hold up removal. We may want to think about playing the Horn, but again, you know, it's an artifact. It's pretty easy for them to destroy as Prismari. You know, we already seen they have a Breach. So, maybe just we'll keep it within our creature base and we won't spread out too thin. We're going to slay the Cultivator. And we're going to reveal the Inferno mount. Generate a red source here, doesn't matter. Get fried, bro. Let's attack. We only have 5 mana. We need 1 more land. We get the damage in. Pretty cool. Oh, cancel. We don't have the second green source. Shoot, well, I guess this will be it. And we're going to pick Elf this time. Alright, let's not make that mistake twice. Nine available mana, we get hit for 1, they're at 12. They don't want to cast that, which is so interesting for me. I mean, this can't be countered. I want to bait them out a little bit, right? I want to see what else they have. I'm going to make them look at this Inferno Star for a second. This will give our other 2 creatures vigilance, and it will also silence my cell phone. Alright, very powerful spell. And we're going to combat, or should we tap these creatures to play our creature again and just go super wide? Why not? 1 extra damage. Couldn't hurt, could it? We should have done it to Minsc in case they had removal, because we have another Minsc, we don't have another Birgi. Little mistakes here. But only Minsc has that ability, so they might still target it. Yeah, I mean, that's as good as it's going to get, I think. They have 9 available mana. This has to be a Magma Opus. Right, so they're going to nuke the tree, most likely. You know, tapping our 2 Vigilance creatures. They get a 4/4. And then the question is, do they have Olren's Epiphany after the Opus? Quick reminder to anybody who's curious about the overlay here, what we have on the left-hand side of your screen. This is called Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant. It's really cool. It's so much more than just that, right? You get, you know, your stats, your collection. You get so much information, and that's available for free in my Linktree link just in the description below. Or you can give it a Google. Hello, good game, Linktree. So we lose our Ranger. We take 1 damage. Both our 4/4s get tapped. Their turn. That was from their hand as well. Is this an Olren's Epiphany? That could get us into damage. Book of Spells, that's fine. It still could be. We're praying it's not. It is. Very nice. So there was nothing we could do there, right? Because even if we used Infernal Stars, it was getting tapped out. Is there another? Back-to-back all runs? I assume so. I bet there's 3 of them. That is almost comical. Yeah, what a nice draw. What a nice draw you have there. Give them a good game. I want to see that. I want to see that extra one. No, cast it first. Don't show me mercy. All right, you guys, before you go, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our giveaway. It's just about to trigger. So if you're not yet on that list, get in on it. It's in the Discord via the Linktree link in the description below. Give it a Google. Bards Class version 2, not letting us down. You know, we had some rough games there, but we also came out on top a few of them, which is really nice. And, you know, I absolutely think that this is one of the most fine-tuned versions of the deck that I've used so far. Like I mentioned, we tried to add more white, but it wasn't as consistent. You know, God of the Tree, adding all of that available mana to pump the Inferno star mounts is absolutely insane. You know, drawing through the Horn, drawing through Kolvori, legendaries to play on top of the Bards class as well is super duper consistent. And of course, Jaspera Sentinel with the Outlaw is just like very, very nice early game ramp out, right? So let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you all for your time and attention. Really appreciate it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me plug the Patreon, YouTube membership, and Twitch memberships as well if you want to support financially. Of course, we also have some cool affiliate links in the Linktree link as well if you want to get some swag for your support at a discount, which is really cool. So have a magical day, you guys. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you soon in the next.